What's good? Does that help? Sure. Will. Cool. Let's get this going. My name is Israel, and I bought a dry cleaners with no experience. So now I owe money because I borrowed money to buy the dry cleaners, and I'm holding myself back by choosing distraction instead of responsibility. And if I don't, I will go bankrupt eventually because I owe money on back rent from personal loans to the seller. And that's about it. Let's see. All right, can you see me? Cool. So today, whoa. Lesson, no checklist, no. It's the deal. Get out of my way. How do we do this? Okay, I have an idea. So let's do this. Whoa. We'll go. We'll go lives. We'll go Aki way. No, we're in November. We'll go period. We'll go boom. We'll go November 2nd. Get out of my way. Boom. And then that way, whatever's going on here will be for November 2nd. We can even like maybe draw a line. Boom. Boom, boulder. Oh gosh, I've been watching too many shorts. Okay, so here's the deal. I feel like I'm not as productive as I need to be. My name is Israel. I'm 21 years old. I moved from Georgia to California to buy dry cleaners. I'm making around 10K to 8K revenue. I'm not exactly sure what my revenue is month after month. I need to manage my money better. Tracking. I need to advertise more. Yes, but I really don't know because I'm not tracking my money as well. And you could be like, well, Israel, then you just track your money. And you're right. I need to do that. But in order for me to do that, I need to get rid of distractions because for me to track my money, I need to run the business. And then on top of that, I need to run the business, like clean and press the clothes, and then take in orders and give out orders as they come to pick up or whatever. On top of that, I need to see if I'm making money. And instead of seeing if I'm making money, this is what I'm doing. I am binging short form content, fast food, and adult content, all of which need to stop. They distract me, they hurt me, they harm me, they will lead to my death. They will lead to my death. Why? Because short form content, let's see, where's the text box? Short form content. Let's get rid of this. But we do need to cut it out though. So we'll just put one line. Wow, kind of thick. Boom. Boom, boulder. Kills attention span. Period. and then this kills the body. Well, I guess they all kind of kill the body, but kills the body and mind. Well, they all kind of do that. Kills. Okay, but then this one does it too. But they do it in different ways. Because short form content kills your attention span, your mind, and your ability to focus. Your ability, or my ability, to concentrate on important things that will move the ball forward and will get me out of debt. Fast food will kill the body and the mind. Something with the like all the seed oils and all like the sugar and all that stuff messes with your brain. And with the body, it causes inflammation, all that good stuff. And then adult content, it kills the body and the mind. Why? Because the dopamine spikes are not natural. Like you're not supposed to be able to access as much dopamine as pornography gives you. Is not something that happens in nature or whatever. And like it's man-made. Question mark. And it kills the body because it kills your ability to love a woman as we ought to, according to the Bible. And if you don't live your life according to the Bible, then that's something else, and then you go live your life. Period. Okay. So now this is me trying to figure out how to choose God and others other than me and my desires. And so I'm just trying to crack one day at a time. Because if I crack one day at a time, I'll make it more likely. No, I need to make it more likely that I follow my plan for one day at a time. For example, yesterday's plan, I didn't make a plan yesterday. But actually, let me see what happened. Let me see what happened this week. Some lessons I wanted to absorb or share. The sun. Actually, we can just. We got one. We got two. We got wed. We got third. We got five. And we got sat. Get rid of this one. I like this one better. So on Sunday, I might go over my notes, see what happened. And the happenings. It's not even right. Whatever. Let's see what happened in the happenings. Today, Sunday, dimanche. We're in November now. Today's what? The 2nd of November already? We just started. It's already the 2nd of November. We're Q4, week 5, day 1. And then this one. Cool. All right, so let's take a look at last Sunday. Last Sunday, oh, I don't like that. Last Sunday, get a new text box in here. I'm looking at my notes for that day because I have like this working memory in my notes app. I jot down lessons, things I need to remember, things like that. Oh crud! I gotta return my Amazon package. Oh, I can do that today. Oh, that's perfect. Return Amazon package. Okay, so we'll talk about what I did on Sunday. And what I also want to talk about, I'll duplicate that bad boy. I want to talk about how I'm trying to make my life better. Let's cut this off a little bit. My life better. Let's make this a little bigger, smaller, and how I'm doing that. Because first, I didn't even know that what I needed to work on. I was just making mistakes. I was making the same mistakes over. Oh crap! I can't see. Over and over, and not being aware of it. Now I'm more aware of the mistakes I am repeating, but I'm still repeating them. So I need to plan or figure out how to avoid repeating the same mistakes, how to learn from mistakes, period. And that's how I'll get better. That's the next step in my self-improvement. Okay, that's kind of loud. I gotta turn that down. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Actually, let me see if I can. Down lessons, things I need to remember, things like that. And instead of seeing if I'm making money, this is what I'm doing. I am binging short form content, fast food, and why isn't this working? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Oh wait, it is working. Why is it not working? Oh wait, it is working. Why is it not working? Oh wait, it is working. Oh crap! I gotta turn this off. Even Where did we just started? Don't know because I those that by keep them. Which one? Which one? Oh, where is it? Which one? Oh, where is it? Which where is it? All right. Okay, so I can still see myself. I'm checking to see if. Oh, dang it! How am I gonna? Do I need this? Do I need this? It'll do better content. I know what I'll do. No. Cool. So it still works. My mic is working. Yo. Okay, cool. I know what I'll do. All right, that works. Let's go back. Okay, that works. Why didn't it show immediately? Okay, cool. All right. We're back in business. Notes. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I'll go some lessons I learned or I wanted to share from each day, and then after I do that, I'll touch into this little bit about how I'm trying to make my life better, because I at first I didn't even know what I needed to work on. I would repeat the same mistakes over and over again, and I wouldn't be aware of it. But now I'm more aware of the mistakes I'm repeating, but I'm still repeating them. So I need to plan or figure out how to avoid repeating the same mistakes. How to learn from mistakes, period. And that's how I'll get better. That's the next step in my self-improvement, I think. So let's get into Sunday. Boom, boom, boom. Sunday was a good day, I think. Yo, I got another viewer? No. Okay, it's just me. I'm checking myself to see if the whiteboard works, because sometimes it blacks out. I don't know why. All right. So this actually works. I like this. I like this a lot. So we're talking about Q4 week 4 period. November. Okay. So Sunday wasn't the best day. Number not and okay. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Maybe. Because I mean, at any point you can like mess up and get distracted or whatever, but I think that you don't eliminate a problem sometimes by getting rid of it. Sometimes you need to eliminate by substitution. At least I have seen. For example, let's take for example fast food. If you're trying to get rid of the fast food in your life, you don't just starve yourself. You replace the fast food with healthier alternatives. You still need food, so eat better food. This is a theory. This is my theory. Well, it's not mine, but my understanding of a theory I've heard on winning against adult content. Your body needs connection. Period. We are social creatures. Just like you maybe I don't know if this analogy will hold, but it seems to me that humans crave connection like our bodies need to breathe. If you hold your breath long enough, your body will go into panic and fight for that breath. Your body needs oxygen and will fight tooth and nail to get it. The survival instinct, right? The survival instinct. And so, with connection, your mind needs it, I think. You cannot live without it. I think. Because when I have tried to isolate myself, I go to adult content to connect to a fake connection via a screen. Now, you still need connection We just can't get rid of adult content and expect to not need connection with others. If you don't connect with others, you will connect with adult content. So I call it elimination by substitution. It's not my idea, but it's something I've heard in that. Yeah, elimination by substitution. You eliminate the faster by substituting. Substitute. Adult content by substituting. Much. Period. All right. Okay, why did I? Ah, my trapezius is killing me. All right. Maybe because I'm sitting with. Yo, do I have another viewer? You're wilding. You're wilding, bro. This thing that says I have 2 viewers. That's not true, is it? Oh, I got 2 viewers. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, dang, he left. No, dang it. That's so cool. Man, that's so cool. All right. Anyways, let's get back to business, baby. I want to show me the view account again. Show me the view account. Okay, you do that. Okay. So where was I? So that was Sunday? Question mark. I didn't even finish Sunday. Ah, let's keep going. I was listening more to founders. Yo, he's back. Was good, bro. Okay, I'm like, there's 3 of y'all. Oh, there's 4 of y'all. There's no way. Okay, I'm so confused. I'm looking at the view count on my screen here or whatever the studio, and then I'm looking because I have it pulled up on my phone because because I want to make sure that the whiteboard shows up. For some reason, sometimes it blacks out. And on okay, now it's the same. But before it was saying that I had 2 viewers watching on my phone, and on my computer it said I had 4. Okay, okay, guys. Okay. So this week I was listening to Founders, and let's see. It's like a business entrepreneur podcast or whatever about like past and current founders, and like lessons on how they work and just stuff like that. And so this week I was listening to the essays of Paul Graham. I don't know much about him. I learned about him through Founders or whatever. And I think he started Combinator, that like startup company. Um, and in one of his essays on how to work hard, I had learned He said this thing. Complacency kills. Make two-way. Yo, okay, I just can't get over the fact I got 4 people watching me right now. That's so cool. Anyways. Okay. Make two-way door decisions fast. And I'm just jotting down my notes for Sunday because remember, I'm going over today's November 2nd. I'm going over Q4 week 4 and we're on Sunday. I'm like the notes and like out of my working memory that I noted that day. And so I was listening to founders, Paul Graham's essays. He started Y Combinator, How to Work Hard, Complacency Kills. There's like these are nuggets that I pulled from that podcast specifically. It's like episode, I don't know. I'll have to check, but it's founders on YouTube or whatever. Make two-way door decisions fast. A startup depends on the speed of the founder, and the speed of the founder depends. Get out of here. Okay, sorry, I get it. On focus, which I thought was really cool, and I don't think I have any other. Okay, and then I watched another video that I want to talk about from Charlie Morgan. And scrolling short form content is literally scrolling through emotions. And that's out of his video. You'll never watch short form content again, I think. Okay, so and another thing that he was talking about is that going back to Paul Graham, he was saying that it's super important for founders to talk to other founders. Why? Because founders seem to be the only ones, because other founders seem to be the only ones that understand you. He was sharing that at times founders would say they felt it easier to talk with other founders than their own employees, which I really related to. And so it's crucial to talk to other founders. And so if you don't have other founders, dang it, they left. Dang it, they left. But thank you guys my extra viewers that were here a little while ago. Thank you. That was so cool. They just dropped off. They dropped in and they dropped out. That was cool. I can't get over that. Okay, crucial. And so if you don't know, founders, excuse me, sorry. Learn from old ones. Books. Or listen to them, because you can't really talk to them. Listen to them. Biographies. Hi, welcome. I don't know if you were one of my viewers that was watching earlier, but welcome. I'm talking about my lessons that I learned from this past week, Q4 week 2. Today's November 2nd, so we'll talk about the last week of October or whatever, and Sunday's lessons, including I remember getting fast food, and I was giving my theory on how to get rid of fast food and any other like distractions like adult content or short form content. And then, which basically my premise I think is eliminate by substituting. To eliminate the fast food by substituting healthy food, and eliminate the adult content by substituting healthy connection. And I talked about the healthy connection because um, I feel like your body needs connection. Like, so humans are such social creatures that if you don't have the connection, you'll feel depressed a lot of the times. And so the thing with adult content is like the ultimate form of fake connection, because as far as I have understood, like I don't know what upbringing you were raised in or whatever, but I was raised knowing that the highest form of pleasure was supposed to be in a marriage when a man and a woman have sex in the marriage bed or whatever. And so what adult content does, it kind of takes that, the highest form of godly connection, and it takes it to a screen that you can look at any time for your pleasure whenever you want it. And that's not connection, that's isolation. That just feeds yourself. It's fake connection. You don't really connect with anyone, you connect with yourself. And so you try to get rid of that without connecting with the true thing, not even like a spouse or anything like that, but like true with friends or other people that you can have fellowship with, then you're gonna go back to it. Or at least that's been my experience. And I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything, but I am saying that the days that I do better, I'm connecting with other people. Because if I don't connect with other people, my body will connect with something, and it will connect with what's most easily available most times. And for me, that's adult content. And I'm actively trying to fight that. Um, all right. So we talked about that. And then I wanted to note that I was listening to Paul Graham, founder of Y Combinator, on his essays. One of them was How to Work Hard, Complacency Kills. Two-way. I want to touch on this because this doesn't make sense at first glance or whatever. But there's two types. There's reversible reversible decisions and irreversible. Irreversible. Gosh, I can't spell. Complacency. Bro, I can't even spell complacency right. Complacency. Okay. Boy, I spelled it wrong. Hold on, what's going on? Complacency. Okay, thank you. Here are decisions. Reversible decisions. I think he mentioned like testing testing a new hook. Testing a new hook for your ad. And then here would be like marrying someone. And so Paul Graham, because he started Y Combinator. I want to highlight this. I highlight it. Okay, no. And a startup company, I think a tech startup company helps other tech startups. And so in order to have the greatest success, you have to be able to move fast, as he said, because he says that the startup depends on the speed of the founder. And the speed of the founder depends on the focus of the founder. And so yeah, that was Paul Graham. And then there was Charlie Morgan with about short form content, and he was saying that scrolling through a short form content is literally like scrolling through emotions, and that it lowers your EQ. In other words, emotional intelligence, which I think means just your ability to control emotions. And emotions, as far as I know, like I could be wrong with any of this. Like I'm learning, I'm trying to learn my life because me, I'm a right, I'm a man. Well, trying to be a man. Why is this not? Come on now. All right, there you go. I am 21, and I moved from Georgia to California to buy a dry cleaners. I don't even know exactly how much revenue I'm making. I need to manage my money better. I need to advertise more. And in fact, I don't even know if I need to advertise more because I don't even know how much money is coming in. I don't even know how much money I need to break even. And for me, I need to figure out, and on top of running my business, I need to figure that out. But instead of figuring that out, I am indulging, binging short form content, fast food, and adult content. And I was sharing earlier that short form content kills the attention span. Fast food kills the body and the mind because like the body in different ways, like your stomach, your inflammation, all that stuff, and then in your mind. Um, I've heard of like how sugar affects your brain and or its ability to perform or whatever. And then adult content, it's like a super unnatural form of dopamine that you'll never see in nature. And as a result of being exposed to super high levels of dopamine, that messes with you because as far as I know, our bodies weren't designed to experience so much dopamine in one go. As far as I know, our bodies were designed to experience dopamine over a longer period, so that over a longer period of time, we experience more dopamine than the spike that you get out of like adult content or things of the nature. Okay, so that's what I'm explaining. Okay, and then this is me trying to figure out how to choose God and others other than me and my desires. Because and why does it even matter? It matters. Why does even matter? It matters because following me and my desires. Bro, I can't even type. Goodness gracious. Following me and my desires. I was closer to death. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to study. I didn't want to take care of myself. I wanted to feel the most pleasure now instead of serving others. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. Okay, I don't know where this will fit in or whatever, but I want to talk about. Okay, this is kind of. Henry. I've been learning from some entrepreneurs, from founders. Henry Ford, and basically, if you want to know what he basically is about in 5 words, if you want to know what Henry Ford is about in 5 words, here they are: maximum service at minimum cost. And that really resonated with me, and I kind of hold on to it and trying to see how I can apply it to my business. Because obviously, he's in a different game, industry wise, but we're all playing the game of entrepreneurship or whatever. Okay, so then I also learned about this week Paul Graham, and then one of my favorite ones that I've come to is John D. Rockefeller. I'm learning how the man works, and I kind of admire him. Like obviously, I put God first in my life, and John D. Rockefeller was Christian, and he was like the richest man in America for a while. So it's kind of interesting to see like how he went about his life, his entrepreneurial game, including God, like putting God first. I guess. Now I'm not saying he was perfect, but definitely in his upbringing, He mentioned God a lot, so I think that for me that was valuable. Rockefeller. Was there anyone else? I don't know, but I did want to mention this service part about Henry Ford. He's like obsessed with customer service. Bezos is obsessed with customer service. Jeff Bezos obsessed customer. Yeah. Service. And so, if all these high-level people are obsessed with customer service, and I'm trying to build my business, trying to save my cleaners, then I should probably listen. Okay, today's November. It's November 2nd. We're talking about Q4. What is going on? My Mac just keeps popping up pop-ups of like my apps or whatever, like the command bar and all that good stuff. Okay, where are we at? Right. So supposedly, I have some notes on this I wanted to share. So, okay, now I found it. So there's Charlie Morgan. He's also a higher level than me entrepreneur. He owns like a agency, I think, some sort of agency for coaches, agency owners, something like that. Okay, emotional state is output question mark results of produced by. And I'm just dumping my notes so I can have it in like a coherent or like somewhere I can see them until I can figure out a better way to like take notes or whatever. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not. Anyways, so Charlie Morgan. You'll never watch short form content again after watching this. That was the video that kind of sparked this. How do I highlight this? How do I highlight this? Oh, I know what to do. Oh, Canva is not behaving. Or I'm not behaving. No, I want the other one. Yes. Lowers. It's kind of thick. I mean, I like that. That's good. Lowers. Nope, too thick. Too. Yo, we're back to 4. Okay, cool. Okay. Now I gotta step it up. No. Okay, just want to. There you go. It lowers your emotional intelligence, which is your ability to control emotions. And so I was watching this video on Charlie Morgan that Charlie Morgan had put out. Okay, and so when you're scrolling, and what he was saying, this is my interpretation. Like I'd have to watch the video again to like really like solidify my understanding or whatever. But this is what I got from listening the times that I listened to it or whatever. That scrolling, the reason why things go viral is that it produces an emotion. So when you're scrolling through short form content, the algorithm did I spell algorithm? Cool. Optimizes to push virality, viral content. And the most viral content is the one that most induces emotion. Right? So when you're scrolling through short form content, you're scrolling through different emotional states. Sad, happy, jealous, envious, kind of same thing. Motivated, different states will come from watching different videos. Oh, dang it, I gotta pay rent in a couple days. That's my alarm. Every hour I have an alarm to help me stay on track, or just kind of like to track what I've done for that hour or whatever. And so this hour I've been on live. Okay, what am I doing again? Okay. 1 minute. We were talking about last Sunday. And then we started, right, because we learned from Charlie Morgan about different emotional states. And thank you for being here, man. All right. So when you're scrolling short form content, you're scrolling through different emotional states. Sad, happy, jealous, motivated. Different states will come from watching different videos. So basically, you're being overstimulated emotionally. Supposedly, the brain isn't wired to shift through so many different emotions in such a short period of time. Thus, your brain sends a signal that something is wrong via disorders. And so, short form lowers emotional intelligence, lowers your ability to control impulses, to manage emotions, to be aware of emotions. And I've noticed my lack of self-control after watching shorts. So I think the theory holds, and thus have included it in my worst days. All right, so that was Charlie Morgan. Let's get on to something else. That's all for Sunday. That is all for Sunday. Now let's go on to Monday. Hi. Well, the day before, I had a pizza, and how did that go? Had a pizza, and yep. Yo, we got 2 more viewers. Let's go. Okay, dang it. Now I gotta entertain y'all. No, I'm just kidding. Stay if you want. But I'm going through my like my notes and my takeaways from last week, Q4, week 4, because big picture, I am a 21-year-old who moved from Georgia to California to buy cleaners, and I don't even know how much money I'm making or am not making each month. Like I'm like I need to advertise more, but I don't even know that because I don't need I'm not aware of my finances. And instead of being aware of my finances, I am binging on 3 things. I'm binging on short form content, fast food, and adult content, all of which will kill me faster, I guess, because humans die eventually. You know what I mean? And so this is me trying to figure out how to choose God and others other than me and my desires. And why does it even matter? For me, it mattered because following me and my desires bring me closer to death. Closer to death. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to study. I didn't want to take care of myself. I wanted to feel the most pleasure now instead of serving others. And so I'm just trying to crack it one day at a time. Period. So that's why I'm going through today's November 2nd. I'm going over Q4 week 4. I got over some lessons from Sunday, including I think the big one would be this is the big one. Yep, elimination by substitution. Eliminating fast food by substituting healthy food, eliminating adult content by substituting healthy connection. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at these things. I'm saying that this is what I'm trying to strive for, or whatever. And then, yes, Paul Graham, How to Work Hard on the Founder's Process. Complacency kills. Make decisions fast. The ones that you can reverse, make those types of decisions fast. The speed of the founder, the startup depends on the speed of the founder. The success of the startup depends on the speed of the founder. The success of the startup depends on the speed of the founder, and the speed of the founder depends on focus. So it means like stop like trying to pursue many different things. And for me, that's like I bought the cleaners, and I'm gonna make money with the cleaners. Like when I first got here, I would see opportunities online of like drop shipping. I would see opportunities online of making money with YouTube Shorts. And I'm not saying that you can't make money with those. I'm saying that all my time is spent delivering and running this business. And so it's easier for me to make more money by putting more time into this business than it is to start a whole new other thing. And I need to remind myself of that fact because I get envious of these people like Musa and Daniel who are some of them they're not even 20 yet and they're making millions supposedly. They could be lying and it could be all be like a scam or whatever. Actually, that's another thing I want to talk about. Another one I want to talk about. Henry Ford, Bezos, Musa, twice in all caps, and Daniel. Bidon, Mustafa. How do you spell that? There you go. He's like 20 something and rich. He's like 18 or 17 and rich. Talk about them later. Um, so we're done with Sunday. Oh, and then the last one was short form content lowers your emotional intelligence, your ability to control your emotions. Short form. So that's Sunday, and then on Monday, the day before, I had a pizza, and I was catching up on the day because I felt behind since I spent my planning time scrolling and eating. Okay, so this is going to be from, and I really got into Henry Ford's episode of Founders, and I got deep into like what makes Henry like work, and copy the what, copy the how, not the what. You know, I want to make this. It's gonna go. Thank you guys for viewing. I hope you guys have a good. I wonder what it looked like. I don't even know what I. All my viewers left. The next person to comment on this live gets. Let's see if someone does it. $5. Now I gotta watch the freaking chat too. See if someone does it. Where was I? Copy the how, not the what. I should eat. I should eat. You know what? I should take a break and eat. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Right. We got some lentils with tilapia. I'm perfect for food. Okay.
Thank you for the full God. May you bless him and cook for me. Thank you for this day. You take care of me. You watch over me. In Jesus' name I pray.
I'm gonna talk about my plan for today. My plan, or the lack thereof, of last week, and I haven't even planned today. Listen. You know what? I wonder the limits I'm taking a break right now. I want to show this video from David Senra's podcast, Founders, about high-level founders, and I'm trying to see what my limitations are. I really want to share this one bit from Henry Ford's episode. So I'm finding it right now. All right, ready? I'm gonna try it out. See if I don't get
to build an app with
that work.
your name.
Nope. Why did it take so long to go from hello? There you go.
On it.
Cool.
Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want and watch it take shape.
Notice how I think it's interesting how the ad grabs your attention with like the anyways.
You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in.
So this is Founders Podcast. And you go find it. This is the autobiography by Henry Ford. And episode 266. You see right there. I should finish eating shrimp then.
So what's fascinating is like, even though they're selling thousands and thousands of cars, he's getting closer to his original idea. He's not there yet. His other people, like the shareholders and other people in the business, are like, okay, like this is good enough. But again, Henry Ford's like, no, I just have one idea. I'm glad of the progress I'm making towards it. I think I'm getting closer, but I'm still not there yet. And so it says, we were a prosperous company. We might have easily sat down and said, now we've arrived. Let's hold on to what we got. Indeed, there was some disposition to take the stand. Some of our stockholders were seriously alarmed when our production reached 100 cars a day. They wanted to do something to stop me from ruining the company. And when I replied,
I'm trying to find the part that says that more money that you throw at a business will not fix the business. You need to fix the way the business is being run, because If you fix the way the business is being run, then you won't need to throw more money at the business. The business will begin to make money on its own. And the way to fix how the business is being run is to get more competent people in charge. And so I'm trying to find that piece. So I really, really I want to I want that just like ingrained in my brain because I've been wasting money. I don't know how much I'm wasting. I don't even know how much I'm spending here on my cleaners. And it's just ridiculous. I have a ton of debt that I need to pay off. I have a lot of financial responsibility that I need to wake up and like and fix or whatever, or fix the way I'm running my business. And so that's why this really resonated with me. I think it's right here. Sorry, I'm finishing my breakfast as I do this, as I find that.
You find a man who thinks he can keep business alive by stopping its circulation. And what is the circulation of business to Henry Ford? Service to others. Let's go back to this idea where he tells her, hey, start with the product, and everything that the business needs, that product needs, right? That in other words, what we call business, will appear around it. It also clarifies your thinking. He says you will notice that the reduction of price comes first. We have never considered any cost as fixed.
I don't think this is it. Hold on. Okay.
Faith is just a machine for like shaping wood. You might as well borrow one off oodles of cash because your business sucks. It's basically what he views finance and business. He does not feel business. He does not feel finance is business. There's a lot of these opinions where like you need so much financing because your business sucks. It's basically what he says. We have demonstrated that we do not need any money. And why is he saying that at this point? Because he's like, my business is throwing off oodles of cash. I don't even know what to do with it. And so he's going to elaborate on his philosophy. He says money is only a tool in business. It is just a part of the machinery. You might as well borrow 100,000 lathes as $100,000 if there's trouble inside your business. So lathe is just a machine for like shaping wood or metal or something else you need in the manufacturing process. So he's like, okay, you might as well borrow 100,000 lathes as $100,000 if the trouble's inside your business. More lathes will not cure it. Neither will more money. So his point is like he's analyzing the way that a lot of financing has been done. He's also talks about like this is a big problem in the railroad industry. Why he bought a railroad at one point is because like they have a crappy business that's mismanaged and wasteful, and they throw more money at it. And that's not what you do. His opinion is like you solve the problem first, and usually the financing that you need is in the elimination of the waste, right? So it says more lathes will not cure it. Neither will more money. Only heavier doses of brains and thought and wise courage can cure. A business that misuses what it has will continue to misuse what it can get. The point is cure the misuse. When that is done, the business will begin to make its own money. He continues that hey, this environment, this easy money environment, is not helping any.
The point is cure the misuse. This is from Founders Podcast. This is not my video. Go watch it on your own. It's a great video. Again, I'm misusing the money I have that's coming into the business. And I'm complaining. There's not enough money to begin with, but I'm the one that's misspending the money. Welcome. I'm just finishing my breakfast. I'm going over Henry Ford's philosophy on business, on how to make a business that makes money. But Henry Ford didn't even care about the money. What he cared about was service to others. So this may not be the most interesting thing right now because I'm finishing my breakfast, but thank you for being here. Thank you. Hey, do you have a business? Do you own a business? Because I own a dry cleaners, and I'm really struggling. I'm trying to find other business owners. I want to bounce off ideas from other people. Lately, I've been reading or learning from other founders from like their content or whatever, either books or stuff like that. But I really want to find other founders I can talk with, like in person or whatever, not just like on social media. So if you're listening to this and you have a business, let me know. Let me know in the comments, in the chat, what your business is about. You know what? I want to play that again.
We believe more sales will result. Then we go $490. How that he feels, a lot of people basically what he says, in business, he does not feel business. He does not feel finance is business. There's a lot of these opinions where he's like, you need so much financing because your business sucks. It's basically what he says. We have demonstrated that we do not need any money. And why is he saying that at this point? Because he's like, my business is throwing off oodles of cash. I don't even know what to do with it. And so he's going to elaborate on his philosophy. He says money is only a tool in business. It is just a part of the machinery. You might as well borrow 100,000 lathes as $100,000 if there's trouble inside your business. So lathe is just a machine for like shaping wood or metal or something else you need in the manufacturing process. So he's like, okay, might as well borrow 100,000 lathes as $100,000 if the trouble's inside your business. More lathes will not cure it. Neither will more money. So his point is like he's analyzing the way that a lot of financing has been done. He's also talked about like this is a big problem in the railroad industry, why he bought a railroad at one point. It's because like they have a crappy business that's mismanaged and wasteful and they throw more money at it. And that's not what you do. His opinion is like you solve the problem first, and usually the financing that you need is in the elimination of the waste, right? So it says more lathes will not cure it, neither will more money. Only heavier doses of brains and thought and wise courage can cure. A business that misuses what it has will continue to misuse what it can get. The point is cure the misuse. When that is done, the business will begin to make its own money. It continues that hey, this environment, this easy money environment is not helping any. Borrowing may easily become an excuse for not boring into the trouble within your business. And his point is like, okay, your business is going through difficult financial times. Good. Problems are just opportunities and workloads. And many a businessman
Should stop it there because I have to add my commentary so that I don't steal it. You got to give him credit. That's Founders Podcast right there. You can check them out on YouTube, episode 266. It's a great episode. Business is problems, and that's okay. I thought that I wouldn't have a lot to talk about. I have a lot to talk about. Like, I have too much to talk about, like lessons or things. I need to. Anyways. Today was the first time I got 4 viewers. Well, one of them was me, so I really had 3 viewers. I'm finishing up my breakfast. That's why I'm not talking right now. When am I supposed to be having a meeting today? Meeting?
Should thank his stars for the pinch, the economic pinch, which showed him that his best capital was in his own brains and not in bank loans. And so there's this idea that all of business is a problem-solving machine. This came from, I did this book, who knows, 4 years ago. It's Danny Meyer's fantastic autobiography. It's called Setting the Table. And he's at like a dinner with the guy from this guy named Stanley Marcus from Neiman Marcus. And he's a much older gentleman, if I remember correctly. And Danny's like, just like down and out about a problem. And so I'm going to read from that book right now. He says, opening this new restaurant, I said, might be the worst mistake I've ever made. Stanley set his martini down, looked me in the eye and said, so you made a mistake. You need to understand something important and listen to me carefully. The road to success is paved with mistakes well handled. His words remained with me through the night. I repeated them over and over to myself, and it led to a turning point in the way I approached my business. Stanley's lesson reminded me of something my grandfather had told me. The definition of a business is problems.
Business is problems. Business is problems. You make money by solving the problems. If you price it right or whatever. It's kind of tempting. You know what? I'm gonna wrap it up here. Change this one to. Cool. All right. The point of business is service to others. And anything that stands in the way of that is either waste or greed that needs to be eliminated. All right, with that, I'm going to end the live here. I think I need to buy groceries. I need to get better at communication. All right, today's. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. See y'all next week. Peace.